As we wait patiently, if agonizingly, for the next season of The Dragon Prince, it is worth wondering about Rayla. It's worth looking closely at her actions as we contemplate her motivations. Her main desire going into Season 4 is to kill Viren again. This is such a driving factor for her that it leads her to abandon the promise she made to Callum and then leave Callum behind to go off looking for Viren by herself. But why does she want to do this? What motivates her? What causes this to be such a prime objective to her that she is willing to break the connection with the person she loves most in the world just to hunt down Viren wherever he may be? She's willing to leave the world of safety and security. She's willing to risk her personal well-being just to kill him. Why? That's what we're investigating today. Rayla did not exactly have an easy life as a child. While she starts to hold her parents in high regard again once she learns they were not actually traitors, she does not seem to have enjoyed a particularly warm relationship with them. Or with her surrogate parents, Runan and Athari. Well, Athari was kind to her, it seems, but I don't imagine Runan as the nice, comforting type. Think about how she responds to Callum sharing fond memories of family discussions they had in his family during Season 3 of The Dragon Prince. She doesn't just act astonished, she acts like he's from another planet, as though she had never really conceived that kind of warm parent-child relationship could exist. And of course, what affection she does have for her parents is tainted by how other elves began to think of her parents as traitors, based apparently on bad information. When she first speaks to Callum about her parents, she says they're dead, though she later amends that statement, saying that she knows they're not dead, but she wishes they were, because she loathes them, because she views them as traitors. Even though her parents' treachery was not real, the scorn and anger heaped upon Rayla by the other elves because of her parents' actions was absolutely real. As was the pain and isolation and alienation she suffered because of the scorn heaped upon her. In response to this, she tries to prove herself to the other elves by becoming a bold, fearless assassin. There is a problem, though, and it's that she's pretty bad at killing people. She can't bring herself to do it. When she must kill a human soldier, she instead lets him go. When she must kill the prince, Ezrin, she instead fails to kill him and then falls in love with his half-brother, Prince Callum. Does she ever completely get over the shame of not being a great assassin? It's possible that she does not, in fact. Viren is the first person in the show that she successfully kills. But instead of staying dead, he rises from the grave because of Claudia's dark magic. From an assassin standpoint, going back in and killing Viren is just finishing the job. It's just a matter of course. Rayla isn't skittish about the idea of killing. The actual execution she has a problem with, as she's not cold-hearted enough for the life of an assassin, but it's also not accurate to call her some sort of pacifist. She's more than willing to seek violence whenever the opportunity arises. She has no problems or qualms with attempting to kill Viren, even at the cost of her own life, possibly. And she has no qualms about trying to kill him again. But this is of course not the whole picture. If she only wanted to prove that she was an actual assassin, and not just some random wannabe who can't actually kill, she could have chosen a much easier target. There's certainly a whole bunch of elf-hating Viren flunkies that Rayla would have no qualms about killing, but this would not provide her with the real satisfaction she seeks. It is not just that she wants to kill, it's that she wants to kill Viren specifically. There are clear and evident reasons for this. Viren is the one who trapped her parents, as well as her surrogate father, Runan, in these coins. Now, that is a very strange way to trap someone in an alternate dimension, and I wonder about the choice of symbol. They could have chosen absolutely anything in the world, but they chose a coin. I wonder why that is. Is this to imply Viren's low view of the lives of elves, that he views their lives as being worth no more than mere currency? That could be part of it, but it's not like Viren has thus far been depicted to be very materialistic. He doesn't put a lot of stock in material possessions, so I wonder where they will take that symbolism. Killing Viren is for Rayla right and just, as he is the one who has taken from her the three people, her two parents and Runan, that she cared about most in the world. At least if we're not counting Callum. And then she leaves Callum behind at the end of the graphic novel Through the Moon because she does not want him to become the next object of Viren's evil scheming. But killing Viren won't bring her parents back. It won't even necessarily bring her closure. Rayla says that she has her nightmares about Viren in Through the Moon because she has a sixth sense that Viren is still alive, and for the graphic novel, this interpretation is not entirely invalid, as Viren is in fact alive, and that's why she sets off on her quest to kill him again. But is that the only reason she has these nightmares? Trauma isn't a faucet. It's not something you can just turn on and off. It's not something that you respond to rationally. Just because the source of the trauma goes away does not necessarily mean the trauma becomes lesser. It doesn't necessarily mean that you stop fearing that the trauma can come back, even if that fear isn't rational. Even if Viren had not still been alive, she might still have had those nightmares about him, and she might still have even thought that he was still alive, just based on the vividness of these nightmares. Now, this is of course not something that she should be ashamed about, but it is something that, knowing Rayla, she might be ashamed about. An entirely valid reading of Rayla's nightmares is that she wants to believe they're rational, because she's not good at handling her emotions. She's not good at trying to parse through why she's feeling what she's feeling. If she has these visions about Viren, it must mean that Viren is still alive, and that he's still a threat, and that she needs to go after him. It could just be a matter of luck and happenstance that she turns out to be correct. What really motivates Rayla? It's not just a desire to find her parents and Runan. It's a desire to bring herself peace. And because she's Rayla and she's a warrior at heart, her vision of peace involves a lot of violence. True, Rayla is not as bloodthirsty as the other elves want her to be, and she shows a lot of empathy. And she tries with Callum to create this new era of understanding and mutual tenderness and compassion between the humans and the elves. She's still more physical. She still prefers the sword to the word. She still prefers to solve her problems with violence if she can. Rayla is not very good at talking her way out of situations, nor does she know how to handle her own psychological issues. It's worth noting that Rayla focuses less on trying to find her parents, and more on trying to kill Viren, even though finding her parents could actually bring her the peace that she seeks, whereas killing Viren just adds one more bloodied corpse to the pile of dead bodies in this world. Now, this is not to say that I'm taking a very strong pacifist stance here and saying that Rayla absolutely should not kill Viren. I'm just saying that it might not bring her the satisfaction she hopes it will. She's motivated by the trauma Viren inflicted upon her and those close to her, and I don't want to underplay or discount this. But she would be better off if she talked to those around her, especially Callum, to help her try and navigate this trauma. Instead, she does the opposite and completely cuts herself off from those around her just so she can chase Viren. The chances of this bringing her the satisfaction she really seeks seem very low to me. So anyway, tune in soon for my next analysis. It will be coming soon. Thank you all for watching today. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. Donate to my Patreon if you can and you want to see more videos like this. Keep watching The Dragon Prince. It is a bold, sociologically challenging, and very psychologically intimate show that is only getting better with time. And I really hope that we don't have to wait forever for the next season of the show. But who knows. See y'all again. Thank y'all, comrades. Adios.